success in the world's largest company is never self-derived. Like it is a network of people. It is relationships that you build. It is people taking bets on you and you having to deliver against those bets. And I would say when I came in, some of the things that I learned how to do, if it was when I switched schools or when I went to college or even when we were in Spain for a little bit of time, I had to put all those things together.
Yeah, so I just want to interject here because you were talking about so as a parking boy, the skills you had to learn, and switching from one high school to the next, the kind of mentality you had to learn, the skills you had to learn. So I'm guessing that all of that was developing you and preparing you for like these roles you were about to witness, right? Yep. And you drew that connection at the time, or did you not realize it yet?
I did because what I realized over the time is I put myself maybe unintentionally in difficult situations, and because I did that, I learned how to operate well in those situations.
Gotcha.
In every scenario, I'm putting myself in environments that were a bit uncomfortable. And so when I got into the company, I drew on to those experiences, which is, if I could do all those other things, I could do this. And very quickly, I had to pull in some of those things, like watching other people work. Like, all right, how do they present? How do they talk? Very quickly, I had to identify people who I felt did a really good job of things that I wanted to do a really good job at, and figure out which components of what they do I could include into my skill set. So I had to do that, and just learn very quickly how to emulate others that I felt as though were doing really good at their jobs. Because sometimes you get in your own mind space and say, I gotta stand out, I gotta do it different than everybody else. And a lot of times that creates unnecessary energy and effort, which gets wasted. Because if there's an approach that works, you take that approach. Once you take that approach, then you could pivot it at some point and put your own spin on it. But no need to recreate the wheel.
If it works, it works.
If it works, it works.